I'm STARBORN. Remember, to be a star, you have to shine your own light, follow your own path, and not be afraid of the darkness, because that's when stars shine brightest. If you've been looking at our website, starborninstitute.org, you would already know that the title of tonight's show is A Step Up. And the reason why you could be anticipating a step up somewhere in your life is because 2 days ago we had a very nice full moon at 1 degree of Virgo. And it was part of a beautiful grand trine of 5 planets in the practical, realistic, hardworking earth signs. And so you may be able to anticipate a step up due to some sort of progress in your health. That's what Virgo rules, or in your career or your investments, or there could be some sort of community recognition for work that you do, or even some volunteer effort, or there can simply be some performance evaluation that is based on real results that you have produced, and that could help you with some sort of promotion or step up right now. Because Virgo is the traditional ruler of the 6th house of work and health. And Virgo is a mental sign. It's ruled by Mercury, the planet of the mind, so it rules analysis and problem solving and accounting and accountability. And Virgo rules services that occupations that are of service to others, such as teaching or nursing, or public servants such as firemen or policemen or social workers, or even volunteers. It rules anything where you would be of assistance to other peoples, because that's something Virgos like to do. But Virgo does also rule health, not just your physical health, because it rules the whole central nervous system, but also your mental health, because it is a mental sign. And Virgos are very good at problem solving and analyzing every small detail or fact. And so that's what they rely upon. They're very logical. But because 9 is the number that rules Virgo, and 9 is the highest of all the single digits, it simply means that Virgos are very good at finishing things. They like to do that, no matter how long it takes. And another thing that Virgos are known for is the fact that they worry too much. And that's because their standard is one of perfection. And so, you know, they think if they're not excellent at everything, then there's something wrong, and they'll work even harder to achieve that. And so Virgo actually rules the country of Japan, and it also rules the city of Paris, where they have very good food. So anyway, this is a time when you can anticipate a step up now, and that can be based on a very reliable, proven record of results. But it might be a modest step up. And the reason why is because Virgo does rule modesty. They're a little bit shy at times even. However, in contrast, there are some people around that really are more involved with the illusion of success than in producing real results that can generate success. And that is because there are also 5 planets that are harshly aspecting each other among the mutable signs. And that is because that full moon in Virgo, which is a mutable sign, is being harshly opposed by the Sun and Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. Mercury and Neptune are both at the same degree. They're exactly conjuncting each other. They're at the 16th degree. And so the ruler of Virgo, Mercury, is opposing the sign it rules, and so are Neptune and the Sun. And those 4 planets together are all being squared by Jupiter in Sagittarius. Since mutable signs are generally very adaptable and rather agreeable, and they can see somebody else's point of view, and they're willing to change their mind on things when the aspects are good. However, the aspects aren't good among mutable signs right now, and that means that there can be a lot of people around that are nitpicking about small details, and they're in conflict and they're not getting along. And in fact, there can be some people, since Pisces rules things behind the scenes, there can be some people who could be involved in that illusion of success, and actually their own performance can be some sort of sham based on gossip and innuendo and not on proven facts, not on real results. And so this illusion of success that they can be demonstrating is certainly taking up a lot of their energy. And what it means is, right now with the Sun and Neptune and Mercury all in Pisces, which rules things that are hidden behind the scenes, and it rules illusion, it simply means that these planets can illustrate the difference between looking good and actually being good or doing good. Because if you're a good person and you're doing good, you'll have something to show for that. And you're the one that'll get the step up. And it would be richly deserved. So this is a time when we have to be a little bit careful to try and separate phony information or hype or smoke and mirrors from real honest results right now. And that's why if you've got good results, you're going to get a step up soon. Okay, what does this mean to all 12 of the sun signs? Well, Aries, those 3 planets in Pisces, the Sun, Neptune, and Mercury, are all right behind your sun sign, so there might be a little funny business going on behind the scenes somewhere in your life, Aries. It may or may not involve you, but you might know some people that are very bent on giving the illusion of success without really having done anything to deserve it. And I would suggest that you stay away from those people right now, Aries, because there are 3 planets that can be challenging you right now, and they are all tightly conjuncting each other, which really compounds their strength. And it is Venus, Saturn, and Pluto, which are in Capricorn, squaring your sun sign where you have Uranus. Uranus is at the 29th degree of your sign. It's really getting ready to move into Taurus. And it might help you if it does, because it could calm your life down a little bit. Uranus is the planet of sudden, surprising change and volatility. And you may have had enough of that in your life, Aries, and you might not need any more right now. But in the meantime, these 3 planets in Capricorn are challenging you to really up your game and do your best according to higher standards that can be required of you. You won't have any choice in that if you are going to be sort of staying in a career position that is demanding improvement. Instead, with Uranus in your sign, you might decide to bolt and just go in a completely different direction. You may have success at that, Aries, and that's because that Uranus is trining Jupiter in Sagittarius, another fire sign, until December 3rd. So I think you do have options right now. It's just that you have to think carefully before you make a big jump, because you don't know what you're getting into, and you may not be able to jump back. All right, what does it mean to a Taurus? Well, Taurus, Mars in your sign now is at 3 degrees, and it was exactly trining that full moon in Virgo, which was at 1 degree on Tuesday. And together, these 2 planets are trining the 3 in Capricorn, Venus, Saturn, and Pluto. And so your sign is part of a very powerful grand trine in the earth signs. And so that's a green light for you, Taurus. It simply means with Venus, your own ruler, trining your sun along with Saturn and Pluto, that somebody in a powerful position that likes you very much and is also just by themselves, they're just a real nice person. They are probably either going to do you a favor, or they think so well of you, they could make you an offer that you couldn't refuse right now, and you would be very wise to take it, Taurus, because Capricorn rules long-term benefit and security. And you could really enhance your security for the rest of your life if you listen to somebody who sort of wants to do right by you right now. And that would result, at least for now, in a modest step up for you, but much greater security down the road. So I hope you're keeping your eyes and ears open. And also, I think you're going to achieve some modest step up anyway. Congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to a Gemini? Well, Gemini, this is a time when you can be a little bit stuck right now and not know who to believe. And the reason why is that yours is a mutable sign. And there are five planets in mutable signs, all harshly squaring and opposing your sign, Gemini, and there aren't any planets in the air signs right now. There's nothing supporting your sign or Libra or Aquarius. And so that's why I think you may not know who to believe. You may not know if somebody is for real or if they're giving the illusion of success with absolutely nothing to back it up. And so you really need to go behind the scenes and sort of look things over, or do your own research and get a little more information before you believe anybody right now, because there are phonies out there, or people with a lot of hype, or people that are sort of giving out with smoke and mirrors right now, not exactly wanting you to know the whole truth about something. And that's why you've either got to read the fine print or get a second opinion before you decide to do anything. And also, this is a good time with that full moon in Virgo, which is squaring your sun, to get a little bit more realistic about your health, Gemini, and try to improve it if you can, even if it's just little by little. Okay, what does it mean to a Cancer? Well, Cancer, this is a time when I think that you are certainly going to benefit from the fact that the lights are sort of with you right now. And that's because that full moon in Virgo was sextiling your sun, which means there is the possibility of a step up for you, Cancer, based on some solid results in one way or another. It could be in the community, it could be in your career, but it's around some solid results that can be proven, and that's why there can be a step up. Even if it's only a modest one, at least it's going up, which is great. And the Sun, Neptune, and Mercury in Pisces were all trining your Sun. You are certainly going to get your eyes full of somebody who has been creating smoke and mirrors and the illusion of success, and you're going to know who those people are behind the scenes. And that can be of great value to you. It's not that you have to exactly advertise that you know the real truth about somebody, but it can be very helpful, particularly if you are involved in any matters that have to do with justice. You would at least know the right information about people. And so that could be good for you. And then with Mars in Taurus sextiling your Sun as well, it simply means there can be some better money around for you, Cancer. It might come through a promotion, which would be a step up, but it could come from a really good investment, either one that you want to sell or one that you want to buy. So good luck. Okay, what does it mean to a Leo? Well, Leo, this is a time when you really need to be extra careful. And the reason why is that you can see the opportunity for some modest improvement or step up in your life, because the full moon in Virgo was right ahead of your sun sign. And so I think there is going to be an improvement in your life. It may not be huge, but it can be very real. And you may even get a step up involving recognition of your efforts. Or it could just be that you are trying to improve your health in some way, and you could be rather pleased with the results. And a lot of other people could comment on that as well, and that could make you feel great, Leo. But the reason why you need to be very careful right now is because Mars is in Taurus, a fixed financial sign, and it is harshly squaring your sun sign, which means there could be added costs coming up, or extra costs, even taxes that could be a little higher than you thought they were going to be. And I would say that you would have to go ahead and pay them. Before you make any big financial decisions, you really should consider the different consequences of your actions before you take them right now, because something financial in your life is being threatened right now, and it could get worse before it gets better, and that's why you should sort of carefully proceed right now. Jupiter in Sagittarius is trining your Sun, though, so you can get support from people at a distance or just good news, and certainly travel could work out well for you. Okay, what does it mean to a Virgo? Well, Virgo, this is a time with that full moon in your sign when you can be seen clearly by a lot of people right now, and they can certainly be seeing your proven results. In other words, whatever you've been doing, particularly about your health or in your career or in your investments or in the community somewhere, you know, it can be proven. You've got a reliable record, Virgo, and people can see that and they can be appreciating that. Now, Virgos are very modest, and so even if you did get some extra praise or recognition right now, I think you'd be a little bit modest about that. But that's okay. You'd still appreciate it, I'm sure, Virgo. So this is a time when, as long as you stick to practical reality and things that add up and problems that can be solved, which is what you're good at, you are going to do just fine. But if you fall hook, line, and sinker for somebody who's using smoke and mirrors or the illusion of success to convince you that they're wonderful, I think you're going to be somewhat disillusioned when you find out the truth. But it's better to find that out now instead of being led down the garden path and being disillusioned in the end. So I think this is a time when you need to carefully look over your relationships, because somebody is not they're not really real. They are very good at pretense or illusion, and they would not be your type in the long run, Virgo. So it's better to find that out now. Okay, what does it mean to a Libra? Well, Libra, this is a time when I think that since there are no planets in any of the air signs, there are actually no new creative ideas out there right now, and instead there are people that are thinking a lot more carefully about things, and they're looking for things that are real right now. You know, that difference between looking good or being good or doing good, that's what people are really looking for. They could be seeing that in you, Libra, because that full moon in Virgo was right behind your sun sign. So there's a lot of light in the background of your life right now. And what they can see are some proven results, or they can see a track record of yours, or they can see that even in small, modest ways, you have been very reliable. And even that you may not have ever gotten credit for it, but that you are a person that likes to sort of finish things up. And now is when you could get credit for that. You could get a step up in or recognition in some way, very quietly behind the scenes. And I think that that would be sort of a boost to you. But for right now, Uranus in Aries is still opposing your sun sign. It's about to stop that. And so it can be that some new beginning that somebody else wants to make in their life is fizzling out. It may not really happen the way they think it's going to happen. And one way or another, you should sort of stay out of what's going on in somebody else's life, because there could be some sudden changes, but it would be of their own volition, and you should just let them be. Whatever they're doing, just let them do it. Not to you, but to somebody else. And then Venus, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn are squaring your sun, and that means that you too have got to follow along with the rules and regulations that someone else in a large corporation or government agency is insisting that you follow. But we all have to do things like that, so that shouldn't be too hard for you. So do enjoy your modest step up right now. Other people are giving you more credit than you think for your good efforts, Libra. So I hope they let you know that. Okay, what does it mean to a Scorpio? Well, Scorpio, this is a time when, once again, you have to be very careful about money, and that is because investments could fluctuate in their value, or it can be that some revenue stream that was coming in may be altered in some way, so you have to be a little bit careful about that. Or, since your sign rules taxes and it is tax time, you may be astounded by the taxes that you may owe. And you know, you can't fight that. You actually have to pay that instead. And so you just need to be really careful right now. We all do, about money matters, but particularly you, Scorpio, because Mars is your own ruler and it is opposing your sun sign. And that means that if you're not having financial troubles right now, somebody else is, and it's somebody else that is connected to you in one way or another. And that's why you could be affected by that. At the same time, that full moon in Virgo was sextiling your sun, so there is the possibility of some sort of modest step up right now based on some proven results that you have produced, which would be good for you. So congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to a Sagittarian? Well, Sagittarius, I think just like Gemini, you do not know who to believe right now. And the reason why is that yours is a mutable sign. So the full moon in Virgo 2 days ago was squaring your sun sign where you have Jupiter. And the real trouble is coming from the fact that the Sun, Neptune, and Mercury in Pisces are also squaring your sun sign. And that means that there can be people behind the scenes, phonies, who are working real hard at the illusion of success, but their lives can actually be a sham. There can be nothing solid there, no proven results, nothing to really take to the bank, so to speak. And you may not know that right away. You are a person that should investigate things. You should do your research. You should consult other people, because you could be getting ready to make a pretty important career step or something in business that has to do with business or government that could work out very well for you, certainly by the end of the year, Sagittarius. But it's more important for you to know first who to trust. And that can really be up in the air right now. That's why you need to take some extra time to figure out who you can really rely on. And the way that you figure that out is just ask yourself, where are the results? Where's the performance record? Where's the recognition? And it doesn't come from hype, or it doesn't come from gossip and innuendo. It comes from real proven efforts. And that's what you need to look for. Okay, what does it mean to Capricorn? Well, Capricorn, you could really be sort of on top of the world right now, because that full moon in Virgo is trining your sun, Mars in Taurus is trining your sun, and you have Venus, Saturn, and Pluto all tightly conjuncting each other in your sun sign, and Saturn is your own ruler. So this is a wonderful time for you, Capricorn. You really can be ready to go forward right now. You can be much more clear in your mind about what you want to do and also what your limits are. You know, you can't do everything. And so you could prioritize what your goals are or what the next steps are that you want to take. And you can do that sort of at your own pace, which is just fine. And that may be due to the fact that you can experience some sort of modest step up right now, or recognition due to better health, or to better investments, or to some sort of step up in your career that involves proven results, or your community work. All of that is possible right now. But most of all, if you are thinking of taking charge of anything, in other words, taking charge of your career, or even forming a new company, or going forward in a leadership role, this is a very good time for you to know and have confidence in yourself, because you will make it, Capricorn. You just have to do it at your own pace. You don't need to listen to anybody else. Trust yourself. You're on the right track. Okay, what does it mean to an Aquarian? Well, Aquarius, this is a time when I think you too need to be pretty careful, because there aren't any planets in any of the air signs. And on top of that, that darn Mars in Taurus is squaring your sun. And that means that you too can be facing some financial problem. It may not be your problem, but it could be the problem of somebody that you have to deal with, or somebody who can be challenging you, or it could just be a situation like a tax situation, or it can be that the value of investments are fluctuating. That could affect you in one way or another, and it could affect you in your career as well. And that full moon in Virgo was 150 degrees away from your sun, or in conjunct, so it may not affect you. In other words, what I'm saying, Aquarius, is I don't know if you're going to get a step up right now, even if you deserve it, but it could be in the works. So you need to just keep trying to do your best right now instead, and be very careful about anything that has to do with financial matters. because there's something iffy going on, and you had better check it out first. And don't take any gambles or risks with money right now, Aquarius. You would regret it. Okay, what does it mean to a Pisces? Well, Pisces, this is a time when you have to be really sure that you mean what you say, Pisces. And the reason why is that you have to make sure that whatever you are planning on doing in the future is based on fact, on proven performance, and of real results that can be measured, that are produced by somebody in a way that everyone can see the results, and that they're good results, they're successful results. So Pisces, what you need to be very careful of is not falling for somebody who's real good at giving the illusion of success. And the question you need to ask is, but are they good? Are they a good person? Do they do good things? And if they do good things, what are they? Because you should be able to see them. And if they're just good looking, even a good looking person, but they don't have any real good credentials or good track record behind them, then you just, no matter what kind of illusion you wish you were falling for, you would regret it if you did that. You really need to base your opinion right now on only the facts and nothing else, Pisces. So that means that you got to stop either kidding yourself or kidding yourself about someone else. It's just, you need to face reality. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, you can see the show, read our blog, and hear our podcast on our website, starborninstitute.org. Bye.